We are live.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, everybody. How's it going? All right. So, welcome to another live at 5:30. I attempted to adjust some settings to see if I can get uh, my camera up to spec. It's got to be something internal with the machine because um, it's across both platforms, and it's really weird because um, when I'm doing it, when I'm recording direct to the machine, no problem. But when I'm doing a live, for some reason, there's an issue. All right, so that out of the way. Hopefully, I'm not all blurry and weird looking. If I am, give me a shout out. Let me know, and I'll continue working on this problem. All right, so showing up, presence. Um, I'd like to really highlight one of the network members, Nathan and Dawn Kaminsky. They own Dawn of Adventures, and oh my freaking lord, do they show up?
And they're awesome and they're fun.
Yeah, they're very fun. They're very but they're very active.
Yes.
And that's one thing that a lot of people take for granted as far as marketing your business is you gotta get it out there. I mean, you don't have to be doing it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, but you have to do it. Uh, I run these things on the daily, obviously, with the exception of Saturdays, Sundays when I take the time off because I have other production goals that I have to actually meet. Um, but where was I going with that?
The day of the dawn.
Yeah, but you'll find them every week on Tuesday for their Trivia Tuesday, and they post that onto the network.
And that is very fun.
And they're also on there throughout the week as well, and it's really important because, like I had said before, people are not buying your product; they're buying you. You know, there's your story that you have to tell. You know, that's what gets you your sales. It's not anyone can buy anything from anybody. I mean, there's really no, you know, across products there isn't much quality difference, quantity, price difference. If you're looking at products that are nearly identical, what makes the difference between someone who buys A product or B product? Well, the difference is A product comes with a story, B product doesn't. And that story isn't about the product, it's about the people who create the product. You'll notice even in major advertisement campaigns, they talk about, you know, the founders, the story behind the product, or the people who make the magic, to quote another one that will remain nameless for copyright and, you know, job protection purposes. The fact is that you are your best marketing tool, and one way to take advantage of that is just to show up. You know, today's a perfect example. I was not prepared to start at 5:30. I'm really not prepared to start at 5:35 either today. I'm not very prepared at all.
But you showed up.
But I made adjustments. I set up the stream for 5:30 instead of 5:35 instead of 5:30, and I'm here. And that's key, because it's not about, you know, how many likes I get or how many views I get. It's about being here to make sure that the message gets out. And if someone gets it, great. If someone doesn't get it today and they stumble across this tomorrow, next week, 2 months from now, a year from now, and then it hits them and it's still worth it. That's one of the perks of being involved in the internet. The internet is holding information forever. So, in a sense, I guess it's like a black hole. Or not. I don't know. Anyhow, so that's really the meat and potatoes of this is how do you, what's your first tool when it comes to marketing yourself, marketing your product, and selling your story to get people to buy your product over somebody else's, and that's showing up. Try to be consistent, of course, but consistency isn't necessarily a 100% thing. If you're not wildly inconsistent, even this 5 minutes later than normal is not, it's not a horrible thing. But at the end of the day, showing up, making the effort, obviously making it public enough that everyone can grab it during and after the fact. Oh, look at this little fat kitty. And just being present in the success of your business. That's what it's really all about. If you're invested financially, no one really knows that. If you're invested emotionally, the only way people are going to know that is if you show up. If you're invested, not just with your wallet, but with your life, they're not going to know that unless you show up. And that's why it's important. That's why, yeah, really? That's why when I say, being present, showing up, being consistent, not choking on coffee while you're on video. These things, oh, you pain in my butt, are important. They are the foundations that you build your business on. I do music tutoring, and here's a perfect example. I do music tutoring. You don't really hear about it on lives because I just don't do that yet. But the primary thing, and I'm building a video library for this, is that for me to teach you how to do creative music writing, whether it be electronic, which I'm getting the rest of the equipment for on Monday, or with an instrument, or on piano, which I can use the DJ equipment to do that. There's a certain set of skills that you need to have before I can really let you take advantage of that. So I've created these videos highlighting these basic fundamental skills. They are the bottom layer of the pyramid that your end result is. That's what showing up is as far as marketing your business. You show up. If you're there, you'll let your customers see you. If you have your story, and your story is your life, you can't not have a story. You can't be like, I came into being yesterday by my product. That doesn't fucking happen. Never happens. Never happens. Never will happen. But you have your story. You show up. You've already started with a strong foundation for the rest of your success. And this is key. It's I can't stress enough how key this is. And as much as I'm not an MLM guy, one of the things that hamstringed my mother and all of her multi-level marketing failures is the fact that she never showed up. She just assumed, okay, well, I'm going to pay the money into this thing, and then all of a sudden I'm going to make money, and that's not even how that works. I mean, it looks real scammy, especially if you're going into with the opinion of, well, all I do is give them a little bit of money, and then they just pay me money perpetually. That's not how that works. That's not how anything works. Even the stock market doesn't work that way. And the fact is that even back then, before the internet, before all that stuff happened, before all this stuff started,
There's footwork that had to be done, door to door type of stuff.
when my mother started doing these things, I was an adult, and I humored her and went to one of these seminars and watched all the people jumping around and clapping and talking about how great life is. You're going to make millions of dollars a month. And the fact of the matter is that none of them once had said, give us money and you'll just get money.
Right.
All of them consistently said, you got to do the work. Well, this is part of the work. This is not this in my doing this. It's part of my work to help the network get the notoriety, to get out there, to get you guys to share the videos, to show that there's somebody doing something for free to help their business, or to share it with your friends and family, to be like, listen, there's this place where all these independent businesses are trying to collect up markets. And if you really want to help the little guy instead of Amazon and Walmart, well, or Bezos and the Walton family, then why don't you check this out? You know, the reality is that we're all in this together. So my helping you, it's really not much, but it's the best I can do. But I need you guys to meet me halfway too. So show up, be present. Go on the Facebooks, and when you post a live video from your computer and cross-post it onto the network. Just it does it automatically if you just go from the
settings,
from the live interface. I did a video about it. It's on the network. You can actually look at exactly how that works. And give me the material I need to help you. But show up, be there. Even if it's once a week. Hey, this is once a week. Let me just jump out there and show you this. And let's see if we can't turn some things around for you.
Make use of it. Make
Yeah.
use of the platform provided. If it's, it doesn't have to be, mundane. You can be creative, like, Dawn and her.
Dawn and Nathan.
Yeah, Dawn and Nathan. And, just utilize it to your benefit, to your business benefit. So, it costs nothing. It's I also grew up where my mother was into those kind of marketing schemes.
Pyramid schemes.
Yeah. And our big thing was the magnets, the ones that you put in your shoes, or they even sold the beds with magnets and
magnets. How do they even work?
Things of that nature, to selling vacuum cleaners at one point in time, so I actually been around, marketing and sales for a while. And when I left school, that was actually one of my first jobs. I actually worked for somebody else. Even though I was an entrepreneur quite young, I went into working for a local community newspaper there in Indianapolis, and selling ads to local businesses.
Mhm.
So, doing the clip art and all that
Mhm.
fun stuff. Back then, it was all in books, so you just go and find your clip art and put it on the layout and spread.
Mhm.
But yeah, utilize what's around you. Even if it's free, like the thrifty nickel or something of the internet. So
Yeah, there's a lot to be said, and a lot of the MLM people get involved in this conversation, and I'm focusing on them because Katrina has a bunch of events, and a bunch of the people who are speakers at the events, that's what they do. They do MLM, good, better, and different. It matters. It doesn't matter. Um, and they focus on one thing. If you're giving your product away for free, what do you think anybody else is going to value it at? And they're right. Um, so that's like one of the threats with the network. The network, it's free. It's 100% free, but people are using it like it's free. Like, oh well, I'm not paying for this, so why am I going to put any effort in? Well, that's really how you pay for the network. You put the effort in. You put the effort into your own success, because I don't need your money. I need you. This is why I even created the network, is because I saw people out there suffering and they needed some success in their lives. So help me help you get there. I guess that's the little 2 cents about the network. So show up, tell your story. Don't be like, this is my product. It's really great.
yeah, show
Buy my shit.
enthusiasm, just a little. I mean, because if you want people to buy enthusiastically, you have to have some enthusiasm to push and promote your business, your goods, your services. My first business, I started when I was 8 years old, and I seen an opportunity. I lived across the street from my elementary school, and whenever it rained really hard, all these earthworms would come up and gather on the parking lot of the school, and I liked fishing, so I decided to go over across the street with my brother, who's a little younger than me, and collect all these earthworms. And we sold them to the bait shops. And being from the Midwest during the summer, we have a lot of rainstorms. So, and that was when I was 8 years old. So, no overhead. And it was kind of like manna from the sky for a child. Yeah. From the ground. So
from the ground.
ground.
We're closing on 20 minutes. I think that's good.
Yeah.
We've shown up. Oh, look.
Yeah.
Ron
Hi,
Perkins.
guys. Hi, Ron. Say hi to Hippie Dave for me.
All right. I guess that's it. So, yeah, be present. Show up.
See blessings where.
Let people know where you are. Let people know who you are, because these are important things when it comes to creating and succeeding in your own enterprise.